The importance of raising productivity is an issue which the government has been pushing for a number of years. And in this series of videos, I'll be talking to a number of business leaders about how they're approaching the issue. In this installment, we're focusing on manpower optimization.
Frederick, we've already heard in another part of the discussion about some of the fundamental changes you've made, which have allowed one-man teams to get out and about. I guess this is all part of the process of manpower optimization and getting the most from your available workforce. Why has that been such a key issue for you?
Generally, because many of times, what example that I talk about, as in sometimes you need 4 to 5 people, or even let's say 3 people that requires to do a job for just that 1 or 2 hours and the rest of the day, but because it's not cost effective to waste time fetching a guy to drop off to another site, right? This guy would more or less take along for the whole week, so it restricts. It's more like manpower wastage. So let's say it requires a three-man team to do a first job for the first hour. I can send a van and a bike. Go. After the first hour, the bike can carry on with other customers. So it optimized in a way. It's like we serve more customers in a way. In the productivity goes up, the revenue goes up. We can pay each individual much better.
And to what extent has this become a key issue, say in the last year or so, where the workforce has become ever tighter, companies are struggling to get enough new employees on board, it's a very competitive recruitment environment. Has this issue become even more urgent in the last year or so, would you say?
It will get more and more urgent in years to come because of the quota restrictions from MOM. We are getting less foreigners coming in. Our trade is very labor intensive in terms of the service and repairs, even to the installation part. On the part itself, we are also trying to attract a certain portion of the dispatch riders or McDonald's delivery guys, to come on board, locals, giving them a better image with the bike, training them with the skills. If they have the skills, they definitely will be paid better than compared to delivering letters or packages.
I call it a virtual reality technology, which is I think increasingly very popular and is applicable to all industries in optimizing manpower. For industry, I think for my projects, there's this technology called building information model, where I insist our architects to design their buildings using building information model, in short BIM, where they can make changes to the design in 3D. For instance, they remove a space and how it impacts on the overall design seamlessly. So this will actually help to reduce a lot of technical disputes, improves coordination downstream when the contractor comes on board and build it. So it's a very powerful tool, virtual reality. Perhaps we should not overlook the software aspect of software. That means we have to treat our workers well. At CDL, I think we advocate workers' welfare by insisting for each project conducive, safe, and human living and working conditions for our workers. This is in our contract, in our specs. So contractors have to provide workers good conditions, make sure they're happy.
You still need a human touch in many things. You can be very developed in your IT processes, but at the end of the day, it's still the human connection and the human relationship that makes a lot of things as possible. What if we completely deprived of technology today? Then what happens to our businesses? So that makes me think more deeply as to if we still have a good manpower resource that we can rely on, it will definitely be a good backup. It is not the way forward to productivity, but it is an important backup to have.
as staff have been able to take on more tasks and different tasks, they're happier, they're more engaged with the business, and therefore they're more productive. Is that the case with your business, Bernard?
That is the ideal situation in our business, of course. But the key we always face is getting the employees to buy, because sometimes some of them have that mindset that it means more work for them. So instead of making them happy, it makes them feel as if the company is trying to load them with more work. So we are usually very careful with the way the message is delivered. We go on a slow, softer approach, doing step by step, bringing them in for meetings, having the managers talk to them as well. I think that trying to show them the big picture of why it's important for them to learn more skills, the benefits of it, how it could create a better future for them as well. So it's not an easy task, but it's something that in our organization we are also trying to do.